I'm Jocelyn Hunter, Senior Director of Communications at Columbia Lighthouse for the Blind, and serving as your moderator. Thank you for joining us. During this virtual forum, our leaders and consumers will share success stories from our programs, special announcements, and accomplishments amid this season. Throughout the virtual forum, there might be times of pauses to accommodate our instructors who are deafblind, as well as our participants who are deafblind, to allow time for interpreting. To get us started, our President and CEO, Tony Cancelosi. Welcome, Tony.
Thank you, Jocelyn, and it's a real pleasure to be part of this informative opportunity today to share with all of you the things that we're doing and where we are today. My topic is yesterday we celebrated our 121st anniversary. And what a milestone. I think we're one of the oldest nonprofits in Washington, D.C. in this whole region. So we're very proud of that, 121 years and still going and getting better. But my topic today is all about employment. And employment is a very important part in our society right now, especially what's going on with the pandemic and so forth. And people are coming back to work, people are not coming back to work, and people are looking for jobs. We've had an extraordinary year last year and continued into this year. We have won a major national contract with the Army National Guard. And that contract, we've had to go out and recruit more than 38 individuals, actually more than that. And we actually found the people. They are employed by Columbia Lighthouse. We are doing digital data scanning for the Army National Guard. And we have a total of 56 employees in our government contracting department. And it's growing. So finding individuals who are visually impaired and blind, we have 56 individuals now who are employed in our government contracts. 39 of them are visually impaired or blind. That is very significant. It is meeting the requirements that we follow under the Ability One Commission. But I want to point out a couple important things, is that the contracts that we have won this year are both national, local, and regional. And we go out and recruit at the local levels and find people who can fill these jobs. And by the way, we're paying more than minimum wage, in some cases, close to double minimum wage. So the point is that people with disabilities have a real opportunity to be employable, and Columbia Lighthouse is doing that. And we have training programs. We have the opportunity to give them the tools they need in order to do their job. And here's another very important part. Most of the government contracts that we do, we have to be certified and cleared with clearances. Secret, top secret projects. All of our people have to be fingerprinted. All of our people have to pass a clearance, and they get their, what we call a CAT card, so that they can do the job. So there's a lot of hoops that we go through, but we get through them and people are employable. So our mission is to continue to find opportunities both in the federal government and commercial market to employ people that are visually impaired and blind. And by the way, these contracts are usually a base 1 year plus 4 years. So there is a 5-year commitment on the government's part to employ the individuals. So we are very proud that we can meet those requirements and qualify.
Yes, Tony, I agree. That is a significant accomplishment, the win of a major government contract during this season and the ability to hold steadfast to our mission 121 years later. So yes, we are elated that we are continuing to thrive and impact the lives of our community here in the Washington, D.C. region. And as Tony mentioned, our programs and services remain active and productive to meet the needs of our community. And our colleague, Toya Horten, our Director of Administrative Operations, she and her team have a pivotal role here at Columbia Lighthouse for the Blind in intersecting with our community to make sure that they are properly intaked into the process to receive the instruction necessary to maintain independence in their lives. Toya, how has the intake process changed throughout this virtual season?
Columbia Lighthouse for the Blind consumers can call our main line at 240-737-5100 to register for virtual trainings. CLB is currently offering virtual trainings for assistive technology, independent living skills, orientation and mobility. And we are also offering 2 support groups. We have a new support group that is led by Dr. Monica Young and Annie Presley on nutrition. And that's offered one Friday a month, yes. So please take advantage by calling our main line. Our staff is available to assist with registering consumers for any class that's open and available.
That's great. It is essential that we have remained accessible to our community throughout this season, creating innovative programming in safe and virtual ways for our adults and youth. And Toya, is there any special news coming out soon about any in-person service delivery? Is our mobile eye care unit, is it back on the road serving the needs of our community yet?
Great question, Jocelyn. Columbia Lighthouse for the Blind mobile unit is back on the road providing eye screenings to safety net clinics in Montgomery County. We also have a launch date to reopen our rehabilitation department and our low vision clinic on Tuesday, June the 1st.
Oh, that is so exciting. The mobile eye care unit is back out on the road. The low vision clinic will reopen soon. Our instructors can actually be in person safely with our consumers, teaching them how to travel safely with a long cane, providing independent living skills instruction, all in a safe manner, following CDC protocol guidelines. We are thrilled. And again, if I am interested in having one of our instructors work with me, or if I want to refer one of our instructors to someone who is living here in the Washington, D.C. region who needs refresher training, what do I do? Who do I call again? Do I go to the website also? Or do I just give a call? Or both? Either. So we can definitely give a call to our organization for signing up to receive in-person services. the 240-737-5100, or visiting our website at clb.org. That is very exciting that the Low Vision Clinic will reopen just after Memorial Day, and that our in-person service delivery will begin for critical rehabilitation service delivery. Very exciting reporting, Toya. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
Now, also throughout this season, Toya, we have been very fortunate to stay connected with our community of residents who are deafblind. And we have a new addition to our team, Jason Corning, and he is one of our panelists today. We're excited to formally introduce him to our community. Could you tell us a little bit about our deafblind program and introduce us to Jason?
Yes, thank you, Jocelyn. Columbia Lighthouse for the Blind offers deafblind services to Maryland and DC clients. We are currently accepting applications for I Can Connect DC residents. I'll just give a little background on Jason before he explains more about our deafblind program, as well as our I Can Connect service. Jason is deafblind since birth. He resides in Maryland. He applies his knowledge and expertise by serving and chairing on 2 government advisory boards, offering advice on how the government can better serve people with disabilities. Jason attended the Wisconsin School for the Blind and later transferred to Wisconsin School for the Blind and Visually Impaired, where he received his high school diploma. Jason later majored in information and technology and received a bachelor's degree with honors from the University of Wisconsin. Jason serves to make positive impacts on the deafblind community. I now transition to Jason Corning.
Hello there. It's great and an honor to be here with all of you with this amazing team. I'm excited to see more deaf-blind inclusion throughout the community. Deaf-blind community has frustrations with remote with the COVID pandemic going on and needs SSP service providers. So I meet and intermingle with people, and so the ICC deaf-blind community can connect. They can communicate and meet in person, and I help with like shopping, prescriptions, entertainment. I see deafblind involved in the community and such exciting services for all of that. And I'm great, and this is a wonderful team to be on.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. How do people sign up to become a support service provider, a SSP?
Yes, we encourage all interested candidates and support service provider to call our main hotline at 240-737-5100. And please ask to speak with myself, Toya Horten, and I can guide you through the process to becoming a SSP within our agency.
I would also, can I add a comment? So SSP requires good communication skills, be comfortable with guidance, experience with the whole diversion of signing, auditory speaking, the whole spectrum of visual impairment. And so if you want to apply, I encourage you. It's great to help out in the community, and we can evaluate your skills and ability. And I would like to see people with very high standards be in this job. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Jason. Welcome to our team. We're so appreciative that you are with us, serving the needs of our community. And we often receive interest from the community wanting to serve either in a voluntary basis or in other ways. And to your point, a support service provider capacity to serve the needs of our community who's deafblind is essential. It is certainly an area of focus. So again, thank you very much, Jason, and welcome aboard. Throughout this pandemic season, our youth services program has remained very active, led by our instructor and teacher of the visually impaired, Bethany Martin. Monthly support groups and workshops for our young adults and our teens have been held virtually. This group meeting is called Lighthouse, Innovative Transition to Employment, often referred as LIGHT, one word. And it's our pleasure today to welcome a couple of panelists who are active participants in LIGHT. Danielle Gentry and John Connor. In addition to their participation in the LIGHT program, they are also longtime participants in CLB youth programming. I've known John and Danielle for years now through their participation in CLB youth annual events and our historic Camp Lighthouse, and seeing them just develop into such mature and responsible, community-oriented young adults is so heartwarming and a testament to, of course, their families, their upbringings, but also the work that our team here at Columbia Lighthouse for the Blind provides. So welcome, John and Danielle. So happy that you all can join our panel today. And we would love to hear directly from you about how long you've been a part of Columbia Lighthouse for the Blind and the evolution of your time here and how that evolution has impacted where you are to date. Danielle, we know that you're in college. John, you're nearing your high school graduation. So very excited for you both. Danielle?
Hello.
Welcome, Danielle. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well, thanks. There's John. So Danielle, how long have you now been affiliated with Columbia Lighthouse for the Blind?
It's been a long time, I think.
A long time. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Daniel, last summer you participated in our first ever virtual summer youth employment program.
Mm-hmm.
And that was on the heels of your high school graduation and your entry into college. What was that experience like?
So the Light virtual summer program was with Miss Bethany Martin, and she's really great. I love working with her, and she's a really good yeah. And she for our virtual, it was different because the pandemic. So she made it fun for us, and she made us learn a lot of new things and stuff about like advocating for yourself. Also, like how to we did like virtual internships, and we also did some workshops with like independent skills, cooking, cleaning. And on Fridays, we would have all the stuff and we would cook together on Zoom. And that was really fun.
Yes, that does sound like fun and certainly rewarding.
Yes. Yes, it is.
How have the skills you've learned through Light and the Summer Youth Employment Program and even Camp Lighthouse, how have those skills and developments impacted your time now in college, just completing your first year of college?
So the biggest thing I learned is, because when I was like younger, I was like, I did not want to advocate. I did not want to go to my teachers or say anything. But since the Columbia Lighthouse programs and stuff like that, I am now more independent, and I can advocate for myself when I need things. And it's really helped me high school, college now, and I'm really doing well in that topic and subject area.
That is a strong testament to the program advocacy. Advocacy is one of the pillars of our Light program, the Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act. Congratulations, Danielle. We are so proud of you. And we are hopeful that you will join us this summer in our first ever hybrid Summer Youth Employment Program. Very excited about that program led by Ms. Bethany and the team here at Columbia Lighthouse for the Blind. So excited. John, so how long officially have you been with Columbia Lighthouse for the Blind? I've also known you for many, many years.
Oh, yeah. Hi. I think I've been with Columbia Lighthouse for at least, I want to say 10 or 11 years, since I was like 7. So you do the math. It's been a long time.
Yep, it's been a long time for sure. And has your participation in our programming impacted the skills that you've developed to pursue a certain path after you graduate high school shortly?
Yeah, it's taught me a lot about how to be self-independent and advocate more for what I need, because I plan to go to community college next year, and I know that I'm going to use the skills that I learned from Light and CLB to be more independent and advocate for myself for what I need in community college.
That's great, John. You are right. Those independent skills, again, as Danielle mentioned, those advocacy skills are essential as you navigate your life, as you navigate your college and future career. And we also are hopeful that you will join us this summer for our first ever hybrid pre-employment program for our young adults.
Oh, I plan to. Thank you.
Great. Well, thank you both, John and Danielle. Congratulations. Jobs well done. We're so proud of you here at Columbia Lighthouse for the Blind.
Thank you.
And we also want to recognize, as mentioned, Miss Bethany. She's one of our teachers of the visually impaired. and a plug about recruitment. As Tony mentioned, we've been recruiting many individuals to serve through our government contracts, and we also are in need of a teacher of the visually impaired, another team member to join in on our creativity and impact to our youth, who will be our future leaders. So if you know of anyone who is interested in working with our team as a teacher of the visually impaired, please visit our website, clb.org, and learn more information. We also at this time want to thank everyone for their generosity with their giving throughout this pandemic season. As outlined earlier, we continue to be very productive and active in our community to serve the needs of our community. We remain dedicated to our mission, as we are now 120 years strong in serving the needs of the community here in the Washington, D.C. region. We are appreciative for your continued support, and we are hopeful that you will continue to think of Columbia Lighthouse for the Blind and extend your support in giving and in donating your time as volunteers or as support service providers, as Jason so well articulated. And for information about ways to give, please visit our website, clb.org. And as a reminder, if you are interested in receiving services, please call 240-737-5100. And again, information is readily available on our website at clb.org. At this time, I would like to thank our panelists for their participation this afternoon in our first ever Where Are We Now? A CLB virtual forum. I want to thank you all out there for tuning in and staying engaged and committed to Columbia Lighthouse for the Blind. And we look forward to seeing you in person in the near future. And again, our website is clb.org. Thank you all and take good care.